everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dana and I am so excited today to talk about the brand Remedy Skincare. I have been getting PR from them for probably a year now. They send maybe like a few products at a time, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, like I always am. I didn't dislike them, I just didn't think they were for me at first. But you know what? I keep trying products. That's kind of what I do. And I found ones that I really like. I do not like every single product from their line, but I think that is better than liking them all, because then you know honestly what I think is good and what's not. So with that little intro, we're gonna get into it. Everything will be timestamped below. I'm gonna be talking about their cleansers, moisturizers, and then their like spot active treatments. So we'll get into it. I do not have every single thing that they make. I just caveat that. These are what they've sent me, what I've purchased, and let's get into it. So for a little bit of background, you probably know about Derm Doctor or Doctorly on Instagram, YouTube, other social media, TikTok, that kind of thing. But this brand was founded by board certified dermatologist, Dr. Muneeb Shah. And like I said, they are very big. I think they have like 33 or something. I saw somewhere crazy, like a lot of subscribers across all platforms. So they're huge and obviously well-backed in terms of funding to be able to do a skincare line like this. And also it was only launched last year, March 2024. So I think I got PR pretty soon after. I use ShopMy and they have the best gifting and PR program. So that's where I got the PR. They sent the first two products that I got were the dark spot, remedy for dark spots, and then remedy for oil control. When I went to look for the oil control one, it's gone from my collection. So I will, when I talk about it, I will insert a picture of it, but I don't know where it is. Sometimes I lose things. I try not to. But anyway, this brand in general is supposed to be dermatologist approved, fragrance-free, hypoallergenic, very kind of derm-friendly, things you think of when you think of a dermatologist. They don't like a lot of fragrance. Obviously, they want things that are sensitive skin friendly. They're just a little bit more concerned with that than maybe something like if you get like a Chanel product that is just fragranced and like a light, beautiful experience, but maybe not the most clinically effective. And I guess the whole point of the brand is that they want your complex routines boiled down into simple, focused, effective treatments and routines. They're also backed by science, and they also do a lot of transparency and research in it. So I like all those things. You know, I don't follow these people on Instagram or anywhere. And sometimes when I did the Dr. Idris review, people like lambasted me for not following her. I honestly think that's probably a better thing, because I'm not like this big stan of them. Like I go in with kind of no perspective and I only go off of the product, versus somebody who has followed them for years and they only love the products because they love the people. It's like that parasocial relationship. I don't really do that. I just don't care to follow these types of people. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Like it's just, I prefer to follow like cat Instagram places and, you know, kind of irreverent things. But that's just a little bit of background when I go to review these products. Now, let's start with kind of the way you would do your skincare. So we would start with the cleansers, and I have both cleansers. They have sent me these in PR. Like I said, they've sent me everything. I have purchased a few things like as refills. So I will always tell you when I get them for PR or in PR versus when I purchase. But I should also caveat, you guys, that doesn't mean anything to me. I'm an old, mature, grown lady. Like if you send me something in PR, I'm not gonna say I like it just because you sent it to me for free. Also, these are $16. I could buy that with my own money. I'm not like to the point where I can't buy that. So I will always give you my honest review. I will try to be fair as well. And I also try to tell you what is good if you're a different skin type than me, because I know some things don't work for me, but that doesn't mean they won't work for you. So just let's go into it with that mindset. Okay, let's start with the dry one. This is the Rich Cream Cleanser. Retails for $16, like I said. You get 5 fluid ounces, which is 150 milliliters. Pretty standard size. I think that's a good amount for a cleanser. Cleansers are what I consider a very functional product. They are you're putting them on your face. You're getting makeup, not skincare, I guess skincare, dirt, sunscreen, whatever off. They're not staying on your face. So I do understand some products that have active ingredients in them, usually for exfoliating, but ones that have like just too many active ingredients, I find that's a waste, since you're really only having it on your skin for like max 30 seconds maybe. But anyway, this is a cream to foam cleanser. It is supposed to be gentle yet effective. It's a barrier support cleanser, and it's also supposed to be effective without stripping your skin. Obviously you want that if you have drier skin. You want a more nourished kind of moisture locking product that's not going to strip your skin but also going to cleanse your face. Now, I don't think that like cleansers are going to be too fancy, and neither of these are. So again, think of them as your functional product. It's not anything fancy, but I think for a $16 price tag, like you're getting still a pretty good, effective and non-comedogenic, non-fragrance, that kind of product. So if you have more sensitive skin, it kind of depends what your skin type is, but I think you could like either for the price. Okay, the next one we have is the Remedy for Cleansing for normal to oily skin. This one is more of a lightweight gel cleanser. It's still a gel to foam, very similar in texture. I will show you the B-roll, so I will insert that as well so you can see what it looks like. This one is also 5 fluid ounces, 150 milliliters for $16. So I think a pretty affordable price. Similar to the Precool Cleanser in the amount that you get. The Precool Cleanser though does have a pump. These both have the flip tops. I honestly, I don't know. I don't mind this. Now, if this had one of those ones that you just have to spin off and then take out, which I do have a cleanser like that, that would be a hard pass for me. I don't like that. But because it has a flip top, it's not that inconvenient in the shower. But I do know a lot of people really like a pump top, so this does not have that if you're looking for it. As far as the lighter weight gel cleanser, this one is going to be, like the name suggests, lighter weight. It's better for more normal, oily skin. I would say that I wouldn't go to either of them to remove all your makeup. I always double cleanse, but these would be the second cleanse in both of that routine. But this one in particular, I would say it's just not going to be as heavy duty to get more stuff off. So if you are using it alone, consider using it twice or making sure that you're getting everything off with either micellar water or something else. So those are both of the cleansers. Okay, now let's move on to the moisturizers. And if you can't, I don't know if the camera is picking this up, but they both have very similar coloring. I'll get them in the same order. So the richer one is a white color, and then the lighter one is this like very light blue color. You can see that it's very subtle, but it is there. I honestly wish it was like a little bit more pronounced, because when I go to reach for these especially, I get the wrong one from time to time. So let's start off again with the richer one. This is a Remedy for Moisturizing for dry normal skin, barrier repairing rich cream moisturizer. I love this one. I love it so much. And here's the funny thing. When I first got it in PR, I got it, I put it on my face, I like went and watched TV, and I felt like it was just pilling off my face. And I was like, okay, hard no, I don't like pilling, I don't have time for that. And I just kind of didn't think about it anymore. And then what I did, I picked it back up, but I used it as the second moisturizer, kind of like an overnight cream, like a barrier protector film kind of thing. And that's how I love it. Now you can 100% use this as your only moisturizer. I think it's probably my skin type. I have normal skin, so this can be a little rich if I'm wanting to use it as my moisturizer during the day. And then I do worry that I would have pilling in that circumstance. So to avoid the pilling, and because I do really love the texture and how much it just locks everything in, I think this is better as your last step in your nighttime routine. Now, if you have super dry skin, you may have no issues with it. It may sink in immediately. But for me with normal skin, I use it as a second moisturizer. And like I said, the last step in my routine. It's fabulous. I have been through, this is my second bottle. I have a third on the way. I bought it now. I got the first one and then I bought the others. They're only $20. You get 1.7 fluid ounces, which is your standard amount for most moisturizers. And I think it's a really undervalued kind of moisturizer. I don't know what it is about it, because it doesn't have a scent. The texture is pretty standard, but it really just sinks in enough, but also leaves a film. So it's moisturizing, but it's long lasting throughout the night. So I love this one. I think I will continue to repurchase. It's not fancy, but it works really well. As far as our lightweight moisture cream, this is the lightweight gel moisturizer for normal to oily skin. Again, $20, 1.7 fluid ounces. And this one is gonna be more lightweight and hydrating. It's your normal gel cream. That's typically the case for more oily skin. This sinks in absolutely immediately. It's very, very nice to put on. The texture is beautiful. Again, there's no scent to it. It's not fancy. They do have these kind of air-free, or what's it called, airless pumps. So you pump or push this down and the product comes out. I like it. I think this is actually pretty efficacious. No, that's not the word. An efficient use of space. Because a lot of times you get a moisturizer that's this big, and then when you open it and you have the refillable packaging, you realize the actual moisturizer is tiny. I feel like this, for the most part, the moisturizer is in this and it's not taking up extra space by just having extra packaging. Those are the two moisturizers. I do really like the lightweight gel one. I use this during the day. For me, this is a good daytime or summer moisturizer. And then of course the lighter, or the thicker, richer one, I use overnight. But both are gonna be good options, and you can kind of like intersperse them how you want. If you have more dry skin, you could probably go to this in the morning, but kind of do what fits your skin type and your routine. Okay, moving on to our targeted nightly treatments, as they call them. The first one is the Remedy for Dark Spots. This retails for $38. It's gonna be more expensive because we have a lot of active ingredients, and it's 1 fluid ounce, which is pretty standard for an active ingredient product. This one has retinol, mandelic acid, tranexamic acid, niacinamide, kojic acid, and glutathione. I think I'm pronouncing that properly. So this is, as the name suggests, clinically shown to fade dark spots. It is supposed to be a bit more gentle though, because a lot of these ingredients are going to be, like if you just have like straight, a high percentage retinol. I mean, retinol is not the most powerful. Retinal is gonna be more powerful, or tretinoin, but you still have a lot of ingredients. And the fact that they made this a gentle formula speaks volumes to the brand in general. Again, this one is fragrance free. It's got your airtight pump. So what you do is you twist it, if I can do that, like that, and then you pump down and the product comes out. So with this kind of thing, now I think I'm gonna add it back into my routine, but the problem with me is I have a prescription for tretinoin. I also have quite a few other active ingredients that I really like, but this is a great option if you want a one and done. If you're wanting something that exfoliates, that also helps with the brightness for your skin and reducing dark spots, this kind of has it all. $38 for something like this is not that expensive, but also we're not in the $16, $20 price range either. So it's gonna be a little bit more, but again, you don't need a ton, and you don't necessarily need to use this every single night. A lot of people use it a few times a week and kind of build up because their skin may be more sensitive to the ingredients in it. And the last one that I do not have with me is the Remedy for Pore Size. I will put a picture of it here. This is for enlarged pores, for oiliness, sebaceous filaments, and texture. I don't remember, I chose this one. I don't have big pores. I don't really have oiliness. My oiliness is more because of the weather. So for me, it's just not something that I really need. All the other products that I've talked about are products that I obviously, like a moisturizer and a cleanser, that I use. And then the dark spot one is also something I need and use. But the one for Pore Size is 1 fluid ounce, and it retails for $32. So it's a little bit less than our other active ingredient product. This one has 0.3% encapsulated retinol, which is awesome also. And then it has 1% salicylic acid and 5% niacinamide. So those are all ingredients that honestly I can kind of get elsewhere. So I didn't feel the need to continue to use this. I can use salicylic acid. I have a few cleansers that have it in it. Niacinamide literally is in every product these days. And then the 0.3% encapsulated retinol, I can use a lot stronger of a product. So for me, it's just not what I need. But if you have more sensitive skin and you are more oily prone, or you are worried about the pore size, this would be a good option for you. I have no complaints about it. It just didn't fit for me. So I think I gave it away. That's probably why I don't have it. Okay, let's talk about brand strengths and my final thoughts. So maybe you could say a positive is that it's derm backed and derm led and produced and owned, that kind of thing. I think that's a plus in some ways, but also I think a lot of derm influencers these days, and I got into trouble for saying that last time, but literally they call themselves that. Basically, dermatologists who have become influencers on social media and then launch a brand. I think in this case, they have done a great job, and these are really products that I would see in a dermatologist's office. But I think oftentimes a lot of dermatologists, I'm not saying these, but there are some out there that use their position of power to influence you to buy their products. And it's just a fact of life. Like, they are, when people say it on my Dr. Idris video, they would be like, but she's a board certified dermatologist. You don't know what you're talking about. She's board certified. Just because you're board certified doesn't mean everything you say is gospel. Now, I say that, but I actually think this brand has done a really good job of infusing the dermatologist kind of mindset into products that people can use in their everyday life. So I say that, but I don't mean it in this case. I just want you guys to be aware that just because they're a dermatologist and you follow them on Instagram, don't buy everything they're selling when they say it and the products. I do like that all of these products are pretty like no frills, basic, but in the best way. There's no fragrance to them. Reminds me again of Prequel, also made by a dermatologist. Reminds me of the Dr. Idris as well. Hers are a little bit more like fancy in a lot of ways, but they're very good for more sensitive or sensitized skin, so that's a great thing. They also have, I think it's called Skinpedia, so an ingredient hub on their website. That way you can kind of figure out what the ingredients are and what they do for your skin. So they're educating you as they're also, giving you products, or not giving you, but selling you products. So it kind of falls in line with them being dermatologists on these social media platforms. So my final thoughts, I love the brand. I really do. I didn't think I was going to. I think I started off on the wrong foot, but I kind of found ways to incorporate them that really work for me. My absolute favorite product is the moisturizing for rich, or I don't know, the names are a little weird. The remedy for moisturizing for normal to dry skin. I love this one. Like I said, on the second bottle, third one on the way. I just can't get enough of it. I reach for it over my high-end, like $60 moisturizers. I just cannot say enough good things about it. You can kind of find a way to use it, I think, for all skin types. If you have drier skin, it's probably going to be fine as your moisturizer. If you have more normal or oily skin, I would recommend as your like final coat, because it may pill otherwise. It may be too rich is what I'm trying to say, but I think it really can work for everyone, and it's just a pleasure to use. I also really like the gel moisturizer. This is great in the summertime. It sinks in so quickly, but it doesn't feel like you didn't put anything on your face. Like, your face feels moisturized. Just a really good one for more oily skin people. The cleansers I think are great. I don't know if I would repurchase them just because I have so many cleansers. And for me, again, very functional. I'm kind of happy with most moisturizers or cleansers, especially as the second step. I'm a little bit pickier when it comes to the oil cleanser or cleansing balm, but I do like them, and especially for the price. So if you're wanting something cheaper, more affordable, these are good options. And then lastly, I need to get back into using this because the ingredients in this are power packed. It's just pretty stellar what they have managed to put in it. As I remember, the color doesn't tend to like stain your skin. A lot of products that have a retinol or retinolhide or anything like that are so yellow, and they can actually like stain your skin and then get off on your pillow. So I don't remember this one doing that, but I need to use it a little bit more because I just think that the ingredients in it are pretty spectacular. So highly recommend if you want a one and done. If you like having like a 10-step routine, this may not be the one for you. But overall, I think it's a winner of a brand, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.